So Facebook was letting Netflix see our DMs to help them tailor content? Listen. According to this article, Facebook parent company Meta allegedly allowed Netflix to peer at its users' DMs for nearly a decade to help the streaming giant better tailor content for its own users, an explosive lawsuit alleged. So they're blaming a foreign entity known as TikTok for doing the literal thing, allegedly, that a lot of these American companies is doing anyway. Shout out to these two U.S. citizens. They allege that Netflix and Facebook enjoyed a special relationship with the social media platform, giving the streaming site bespoke access to user data. I ain't never heard that word bespoke, but that mean they ain't supposed to have it though. And then it gets even worse. Beyond the improper use of data, Cambridge Analytica CEO Alexander Nix was caught suggesting that the company employed honeypots, where women would have seduced politicians to glean information or entrap them with compromising material and bribery to influence in foreign elections. That sound like some Diddy, or you know what I'm saying, some. And if you wondering how the tech giant Meta benefited from all this, in exchange, Netflix would provide a report to Facebook every fortnight that showed how its own users interacted with the platform. Meta, along with much Silicon Valley, has been forced to pay millions of dollars in fines for its ways it's handled private information of its users. What do y'all think about this? Education is elevation, man.
Let's talk about the TikTok ban. I'm going to say something controversial, and your cognitive dissonance will deactivate your critical thinking the moment that you feel triggered. I'm not trying to offend you, but if you find yourself upset, self-reflect. I saw something from Cat Williams talking about a liar knows the lie that they told. If they hide something on their left, they're going to keep looking at their left, even if they told you that it was on the right. And then he went on to say, black people have forgotten their identity. White people have not forgotten black people's identity. This is why we're always under attack. TikTok. Why is TikTok always under attack? I keep seeing videos on it and people are talking about because we're realizing we're in an oppressive regime and we're fighting back against our government because we hate them and we support Palestine. That's the tip of the fucking iceberg. I've been talking about banning TikTok, but this time they're not bluffing, and I wanted to know what was different, and I think it's because we did something that actually worked this time. Think about Starbucks, think about Kellogg, think about the fact that there's a list going around for how many other companies we plan on hitting. Instead of trying to eat the rich, we starve the rich. Y'all have to remember, our government is like NASCAR. Congress, your representatives, your senators, the people that you think are working for you, they are bought and they're paid for. They're like the drivers and the cars. They have 1 to 2 major sponsors and then 50 to 100 mini tiny sponsors. Not the fact that you're just pissed off with your government. It's the fact that you're pissed off and doing something. They are so used to us being kinked out on our comfort. Most of us are sluts for leisure. You like your AC, you like your internet access, you like social media, and they know this. So they know most people will not ride it on. But we started figuring out ways to put dents in the system. Pulling your money from Starbucks, from Kellogg. It does, in fact, do something because they have politicians on payroll. So now they're applying pressure to the politicians, and the politicians are applying pressure to this motherfucking bill. I told you earlier that your government is like NASCAR, so those 50 to 100 stickers that are on there are not just large companies or sponsors that you would recognize, like Kellogg and Starbucks and oil companies, or even these companies that are buying up all the single-family homes, even though all of this is fucking connected and planned. No, some of these are small private organizations that you've never heard of, but they're funded by people that you know, and you would go, well, what the fuck are they doing in this? Y'all sometimes forget places like Hollywood. The entertainment industry are also government entities. This is literally their partner in propaganda. Who else is going to be pushing their motives and agendas? Y'all have to start looking a little bit deeper. Everything is about a fucking paper trail. TikTok Shop came through and it started platforming businesses overnight. These same people get platformed overnight have the ability to replace the people that we are destabilizing. And y'all are not putting 2 and 2 together. We are starting to form a community for real outside of our government. And they see this and it scares them because how else are they going to keep their lights on in their $1 million homes?
Listen, while that marinates on your spirit, check this one out. Check it out.
It is now being reported that one of the largest data leaks ever discovered has occurred. So here's how to check if you've been affected. Yesterday, researchers found that a massive 26 billion personal records had been exposed in what they called the mother of all breaches. With Zuck commenting, rookie numbers. This is the list of the companies affected, which include the likes of Twitter, LinkedIn, Dropbox, MyFitnessPal, Adobe, Canva, and the list goes on. The researchers claim that this breach is extremely dangerous and could prompt a tsunami of cybercrime, including identity theft and unauthorized access to your personal and sensitive accounts. Now, regardless if you care about any of these accounts listed, usernames and password combinations were found in the leak. So if you're using these same ones elsewhere, you are being advised to change them and use 2-factor authentication.
65 million AT&T customers had their personal data linked on the dark web. The data found on the dark web contains information such as social security numbers for about 7.6 million current AT&T holders. And get this is the part that really took me out. And 65.4 million of the former account holders. How in the hell you got a multi-million-dollar, a company, and your infrastructure in terms of security is trash? Now you got all of us in jeopardy of identity theft. On top of that, AT&T, y'all just had all our phones cut off for God knows who long. Y'all only want to compensate us about $5 for that. Like, what's really going on, and why are y'all shady business practices for y'all trying to gouge as much profit as possible? It's coming at the expense of your customers and how we receive your service and how our privacy is protected. What's really going on? Might got to go back to T-Mobile, you know what I'm saying? It was Sprint that turned to T-Mobile, and I ain't like T-Mobile, but now AT&T been giving me so much problems, I might as well give, you feel me, T-Mobile a chance, because it can't be worse than AT&T, can it?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to record everything you say in your car, and then I'm going to take that information and I'm going to sell it. What would you think about that? The horrible thing is that's actually happening. Of course, I can't do that. I'm just some guy. But Mozilla did some research in this privacy not included. Cars are the worst product category we've ever reviewed for privacy. Just look it up. Mozilla, privacy not included. Here's the report. Get ready. All of the car brands are terrible at privacy and security, and they're doing it on purpose. They collect too much personal data. And not only that, they can just get a request from police and give them your information. They don't even need a court order. Seriously. I'm like law-abiding. I don't do drugs. I don't even smoke anything. I don't drink even. I don't even drink. Neither one of us drinks in this house. And that scares me. You know, I have TikToks about being pulled over or calling 911 to get help and then having them threaten to arrest me when I'm the one who needs help. What? I do not want my car company selling my information. But wait, there's more. This is crazy. Nissan has says that you should know it includes your sexual activity. And not to be outdone, Kia also mentions that they can collect information about your sex life in their privacy policy. Oh, and 6 car companies say they collect your genetic information or genetic characteristics. They are literally collecting everything you say and do. And when they can get it, video of you from their sensors and their cameras, they do. And remember, police can just put in a request. They don't need a court order for that. So, oh my gosh, we have to drive these cars and they don't let us opt out. And if we are able to opt out, the cars don't work right. It's unbelievable. But all we can do right now is sign this petition that Mozilla put up. But there's got to be lawyers out there who know what's going on. In California, I know it is illegal to record people without their consent, and that's what's happening. They can hear and record your conversations to your doctor on your lunch break. They can record and hear your conversations with your spouse, with your partner. That is not legal here. How do we stop this? I don't know what to do. Somebody step up. Let me know. What can we do?
With all that information right there, it's obvious that we in the matrix. And there's a few things that we got to point out as well. While TikTok is trying to encourage all the content creators to call your local officials, them folks is literally limiting the monetization potential for users to have. You see what I'm saying? They was letting you get about 60 videos, monetized in a month. Now they limited to 30 days in a month, but you can't do more than 3 in a day. You see what I'm saying? We see right now it's a big cash grab going on. You feel me? We live in an attention economy, and these big tech companies, all of them is able to flip our attention, our time, our effort into capital for them while we doing all the dirty work. It's our blood, sweat, and tears, our creativity that's going in, how they able to sell data. You know what I'm saying? When Pimp C said pimping ain't dead, they went to the internet. Of course, he was talking about like those other, platforms. But I think that this right here is also some space age pimping. What you think?